Okay, so now I'm going to take some time and just kind of skim over and go over your assignments. We have 8 different assignments here, and I've numbered them in the order that I would hope for you to complete them. So here's the first one. It says topic for research project. So for this assignment, you're going to discuss what topic you're using for your research proposal. So what have you narrowed it down to? Choose your topic and why is it relevant to you? Why are you interested in it? And etc. Give an explanation on how you're going to conduct your literature review for your topic. So there is not a minimum requirement for how many words you need to post, and you are not required to respond to your peers, your classmates' posts, but I do want you to read their responses. Okay, so just read them so you can kind of get an idea of what they're doing. It's just helping you to gain a perspective on your own topic and as you read others. Okay, so you're going to discuss your topic. How is it relevant? Why does it interest you? Conduct your literature review explanation. There's not a minimum word count. You don't have to respond to your peers' post, but you are required to read your classmates' post. Okay? So we'll go back. So that's assignment number 1. Assignment 2 is over primary versus secondary sources. So for this one, I want you to treat it as a forum. So this one, you're going to have to do a post. There's guidelines. It's 250 to 350 words in length, and it's due Thursday. So by midnight. So after reading page 83 in your textbook, tell me why it's important to incorporate both primary and secondary sources within your lit review. What type of source do you need more when doing your literature review topic? And please explain why. And then after you've put your post in, I want you to go and respond to 2 other classmates by Sunday. Okay, so you will put your post, and then I need you to interact with 2 classmates with at least 50 to 100 words to their original post by Sunday at midnight. Okay, so that's assignment number 2. So our third assignment is called the ERIC database search. Okay, so you'll find it right there under learning activities. So for this activity, let me go ahead. I just created a new form. Here it goes. Okay, so you're going to use this. So here's an ERIC database search table. So keep this in mind as I describe this assignment to you. Over here, there's a row for you to type your topic. Here's search terms, number of hits, how many reports were generated, number of speeches or meetings. Were they meetings, speeches? How many were reports? How many were dissertation theses? How many were tests or questionnaires? And then were they qualitative or quantitative or primary or secondary? Okay, so this would be like your journal articles, your reports. And then down here it says journals that tend to publish articles about this topic. So then you're going to be able to figure out, oh, okay, so these journals are the ones that are pretty much publishing a lot about my topic. And then in the future, those are the journals that you could go to get your research published in. Okay, so as we talk about this, think about that chart. It says conduct an electronic database search using ERIC. Remember, ERIC is this database, okay? So you have a link to that in the PowerPoint. Now, as you do this, you're going to fill in the chart for each step as you go through this. And based on your searches conducted, you'll be able to have different journal articles that will be more prominent in the topics that you're interested in. Okay, so it's just helping you to narrow down your search, and you're going to complete this in 10 different ways So you can go through and you can read that in more detail for yourself, okay, before you do that assignment. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so sorry. Okay, now, so that form, I didn't show you that, is up here. Under resources, it says resource table for the ERIC database search. So here's a Word format, and then here's the PDF version of that for you. Okay, so next is the annotated bibliography practice. This is like when you do your abstract. So the purpose of this assignment is to practice making an annotated bibliography entry. You will be making the entry with the article provided in week 2 under resources titled Student Perceptions of Using Instant Messaging Software. Okay, and I have this also in week 3, so same article. It says, please make the entry according to the following guidelines. Title with proper heading. So when you're doing your abstract, this is what we need. Title with proper heading. You need to cite the article according to APA guidelines. So refer to, there's an example in there under resources called citation of journal articles that you can use for examples, or use your trusty APA manual. Okay, so then your next thing you're going to do is you're going to give 2 to 4 keywords for the article that would fit within the scope of your topic. Abstract the article by summarizing the study in your own words. Remember, do not copy the other author's abstract. No more than 350 words. Give 1 paragraph a thoughtful response to the study and how it fits with your overall topic. So for this assignment, you're going to pretend that your topic is implementing technology in the classroom. And then you're going to be able to answer numbers 1 through 5. And I said, please note the following items in your abstract: the research problem, research questions or hypothesis, data collection procedure, results of the study or findings. For extra credit, you can write a paragraph including the purpose of the study, participants, type of study, methodology, major results, conclusion. So it's just going to be about a paragraph for this, about a paragraph for that, and this would be an extra 3rd paragraph if you want to do that for some extra credit on some other assignments that you might need some points for. Now, the resources for that, so that article and those examples of those journal citations is right here under resources. So you have the article here, and then it says resource for annotated bibliography practice, citation of journal articles. Okay? Now we have our next assignment is conducting your literature review. So I broke it down. Sorry. And it says this assignment is adapted from the Creswell book, okay? And it is given on page 107 in your book. Now, with the table that you used earlier, the ERIC table, you're going to remember to do these 6 steps when conducting your research. Identify your key terms and words. Locate literature resources. You have a minimum of 15. Critically evaluate and select your literature. Determine if it's good and if it's relevant to your topic. Organize your literature. You're going to abstract it. You're going to make notes. You're going to create tables. You're going to see themes at this part, okay? Next, you're going to start forming a conceptual picture as it emerges of where your study fits in the literature, and it's also going to convince us of the relevance of your study. This is when you do a literature map for it, like the hierarchical map or the circle map. And then lastly, you get to write your lit review. You have to have proper headings, in-text citations, reference lists with your end-of-text citations. So here's what you're going to do. So keep all of that in mind. You're going to take 1 article from your research, steps 1 and 2, and you're going to provide the reference for the article in APA. If you need a different article other than what you found using ERIC, please remember that you can take advantage using the Tennessee Electronic Library through the link for the Crown's online library. So you'll see that in Moodle also. So please make note of that, okay, of that source. With TEL, you can highly suggest also using the EBSCO database. And so I told you about the EBSCO database, and here it is. You can just go in and you can search, okay? Once you have created the proper reference, you will abstract the article. Please use the example on page 94 for the quantitative studies and on 95 for qualitative studies. So this is going to be one that you're actually going to use. The first one you're practicing, okay? So this one you're going to be able to use in your research study, okay? So finally, you're going to write the review of the article, and you're going to provide a paragraph to summarize the article, and then a second paragraph to provide details on how this article fits within your research topic. So just to make sure that you're understanding that, I need you to do that for me, okay? So also another way that you can get sources, I told you about Google Scholar. So if you just go to Google and you go here to Google Apps, and you go to more from Google because it's not up here yet, click that, and you'll go browse all products, and then go down to Scholar, and then it'll open in a new window. Click on Search Scholar, and then here you'll be able to find articles that are Scholar articles. So let's do in school suspension. And then here you go. So you wouldn't get this in normal Google search. So you have to change it over into the Google Scholar app mode. And then you have articles here. So it's a great resource. I highly recommend y'all use that, okay? And then you have the EBSCO, the ERIC, and then you also have the one on the Crown Library for the Tennessee College, okay? So now your next assignment is your weekly reflection. So y'all are familiar with that. Y'all did that last time. So those will be 400 to 500 words, what you've learned, and just respond, and it's due by Sunday. Everything else is due Sunday except for that forum post that's due Thursday, and then the 2 responses due the next week. So here you'll be able to upload your weekly notes, and I think I worked out the glitch. Some of y'all were trying to upload, and it wouldn't accept the large file. So I increased that. So just let me know again if you still are having problems, and I'll go in and manually do that again. And finally, there's a quiz, and the quiz is over weeks 1 through 3. And when you take your quiz, you can retake it as many times as you want, and it's going to take an average and give you a final grade based on that. So it's important whenever you're going through it, use your book, please, and mark in your book where those answers are, because these are just going to help you be able to study for your midterms and your final exams. So that's it. So if y'all have any questions about your assignments this week, please give me a call, email, and I will get back with y'all. Thank you so much. God bless.